try me, and we're gonna talk today about welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for being here. I know it's just 20 people, but I have so much fun to create those videos that I'm not giving up, I'm not stopping. I have my traveler shirt on again. We are gonna talk about Cancun. As you know from my previous video, I have been traveling alone in Mexico, not only, all over the place, for the last 17 years. Since I got 21 and I was able to travel alone. I want you to enjoy this beautiful cup. It says, the influence of a good teacher can never be erased. And every time I read this, I remember I have this teacher by geography. She was teaching in Bulgaria in a town called Stara Zagora. Her name, I don't remember the name, but I remember her face. She was a geography teacher, and every time I read that, I remember her. Very, very beautiful, very humble, simple person, lovely. I remember I wanted to give her flowers, but I didn't have the money to buy it for her. So if she ever happened to watch this video, I still remember her. Said that, today we're gonna talk about traveling or being in the city of Cancun, and I'm gonna talk about hotels and what kind of room or hotels are available in Cancun. So I just want to say before we start that the city is separated in two parts. One is called Zona Centro, which is the central zone where you can find most of the clubs, tons of cheap hostels for young travelers if you're a young traveler. And then we have Zona Hoteliera. The Zona Hoteliera is the most luxury zone of Cancun, and it's like a small space of land on the coast or in front of the coast. Is like Penn Island, and there is a bunch of hotels for, I want to say, rich people, but honestly there is hotels between $60 and $500 if you want to rent a private room or private house or bungalow. That's the prices more or less. And this is this huge many floors hotels where you enter there, you eat there, you sleep there, you wake up there, you go on the beach because they're right on the coast, and basically you don't do nothing out of it. So I also want to say I personally doesn't care about big cities. I don't like Zona Hoteliera and I don't like the city of Cancun because it's like a city built for Americans. There is a lot of these glass houses with air conditioning, exactly like American people want them or like them, and I just don't like this Americanizing of other cultures and other countries. So I don't have a lot of fun there. I don't enjoy staying in Cancun. There is also like I what I enjoy doing if I am in Cancun and I have more time is going to Isola Delle Mujeres, which become a real commercial lately. But there is a very small boats that go there. You can take the cooperativa, which is the local bus, even without a car, and get the boat and go to the island, go to the beach. What I really enjoy in Isla de la Mujeres is that you can walk on the beach and there's this locals with small boats, 3 to 5 spaces, and you can go with them and dive, and you can snorkel or dive wherever you prefer. But I did snorkeling, and if you're good at swimming, they will get you to go under these caves and dive in the cave and come out of it. And there's tons of fishes or animals and wildlife, which is gorgeous. A few years ago, I was able to go on one of these trips with diving around Isla de las Mujeres. I got the most expensive one and the cheapest one. The most expensive one was about 1,500 pesos, and the cheapest was 200 something pesos, 400, I don't remember. And I enjoy way more the cheaper one because it was a small boat. It was just few people. It was friendly. We went, we swim, we stopped, we did whatever we want to do. And the big boat was like you were treated like some kind of a merchandise that it had to be transferred to this island. Then they give you 30 minutes free. Then you go back to eat. Then it was terrible, honestly. The expensive trip, I hated it, but I see a lot of couples did it and they think it's fun. I personally didn't enjoy that. So there is also Xcaret Park, which is again tourist place. I think it's about $100 to enter, and there is like water park. You can swim up, down, jump, or whatever you wanna. Water fun. Then they have aquarium. If you're like adventurous around Cancun, you can go to Captan where you can have this like pirate experience. Um, I enjoy the underwater museums, and there is different around the Isola Delle Mujeres, even smaller ones. You could see the sculptures in the water from the top. If you pay for diving to actually put the diving equipment and go down there 4, 5, 6 meters down, you can go and actually see them close, see the fishes, the small like corals, if there is corals whatsoever. They have wax museum, which I haven't visited, but you should know that. That's about it. I don't like Cancun. Also, if you want to go dance, there is a very exclusive clubs for Americans again with paying like $80 to enter, and there is a normal places to dance. I went one time with some group from the hostel I was staying. We went to this place called Mambo. I don't know, it was 200 300 pesos to enter. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. You can dance, but I don't advise you to go alone. If you're a female solo traveler, I advise you to go with a group, not only girl group, but where is a boys and girls, because the Mexican people are very pushy, and honestly, it's not safe to go dancing alone. They are pressuring you, they're following you. So it's best to be in a bigger group where it's few guys, and I, as always, pretend that one of the guys my husband. So even though I did that, it was very hard. The people, like, he was standing in front of me, and this other guy was trying, and I said, "Hey, this is my husband," and he was still insisting. So it could be quite dangerous. They see white women are some kind of they see you as golden apple or something. They want to get you, so it's kind of unpleasant to be there. But let's talk about hotels. As I said, the hotels, you can get a room for a bed between $7 and $500. So I did decide to get this hotel hostel, because I wanted to share how it's like to sleep in a hostel if you have a little money or no money. What is that like? And so I rent this hostel in Cancun called gosh, I even forgot the name. Well, it was something about it's funny because it was last week, but I've been so busy working now that it was something about traveler. I don't remember. Anyway, the hotel price was $12. It was a little bit more expensive, but I thought it's gonna be nicer. The pictures look nicer, but the truth is that it was not so nice. Mm, there is a video right here. You can click. This is when you enter. It's like a small coffee. There is the street where the cars pass.
This is
Then
like
once
the
you get to the reception,
hostel
they were absolutely no friendly on this
first
reception.
coming
They were
area.
like, "You bugging me."
I just check in,
Friendliness is the
and
last
we're gonna
thing
go
on
and
this
see the
hotel.
room.
You're gonna find the
As you see,
description
the
box
room comes.
below of this hotel if you wanna stay there. Just have in mind what you can find there. So they give you sheets and a towel. The surprising thing about this hostel compared to all other hostels I've
The
been in
sheets,
Europe,
which
in
you fix yourself, I
Canada,
guess.
I don't know. The surprise here in the USA, the surprising thing is that they don't even bother to walk with you to the room. So I walk on myself, took these sheets with my bag, and I went upstairs 3 floors looking for my room. Also, most of the hotels, even if you go to Barcelona, Spain, Paris, Europe, anywhere you go, now they have these magnetic cards that you can, because people lose keys, so you can use these bands. They give you a wrist with magnetic card, which you can see right here on this video. So once you click on it, you can open and see, it opens the door for you basically. And then we walk, you can see on this video, we enter, this is a corridor, and we enter in the room. And you could see the room up here. Honestly, compared to most European hotels, I would say it's a bad. There is no windows. This was a big shock for me. The truth is that when I was, you could see the video while I'm talking, while I was searching around for hotels, I find this hotel in Cancun called Capsula, where you sleep in capsule that locks you, which is completely terrifying for me. But I decided to go for this cheap hotel because I wanted to share with you the experience. And like, I know all the people have these fears, oh my goodness, not only, but I will tell you that I was in a mixed dorm, and it was actually three guys in there. Honestly, none of them talked to me, which is unusual. Not, most of the hotels are friendly, they say hi, how are you, you know, they chat, they invite you for drink or something. This hotel didn't have the vibe of young people sharing whatsoever. But yeah, this is the room, you see it. I was in shock. Honestly, the rule of all the hostels are that you sleep in the room and there's social areas where you can socialize, drink, smoke, whatever you want to do, right? And after I checked the room, as you can see it here, that was the first shock, because honestly, most of these places are actually pretty nice. I was shocked by the fact that it was like all lock on the top, but the good part is that you had the thing that you can close the light if you want to sleep. And also, the good part is that they had a light in each bed, so you don't have to turn on the main light, which was good, which is life-saving. Most of them are eco-friendly. So if you're eco-friendly, you can stay in these hostels for pretty cheap price and also be eco-friendly. And so then I went to check the rooftop, which you could see up here the video. The people were very, very rude, and I left quiet immediately, but you could check this video right here while I'm talking. I didn't enjoy it. And that's about it. This is like the hostel welcoming area. I just check in and we're gonna go and see the room. As you see, the room comes with the sheets, which you fix yourself, I guess. Okay, so the check-in is over, and basically, more or less, all the hostels are very similar. They have like welcoming area, and then they have the rooms, no, which we're gonna discover together. I don't know what is that. I don't even know which floor is that. There is a special thing that should open. It did not. Ah, it did open. This is like a common area, which is pretty cute, by the way. It's so. This is second floor corridor. Second, so we're gonna go one floor. It's the same thing. Here is how you welcome. Doesn't make any noise, but more or less the same. 301. He says 304. Okay, this is how this hostel is. Honestly, it looks pretty bad, like really bad. But there is a toilet and a shower. and it's just honestly terrible. But first night, that would be it. This is the rooftop. Most of them have it. To be honest with you, the stuff it's pretty rude, and it's really warm. So I am gonna just charge my phone and leave. All right. This is my sheet and my towel, and I'm ready to check out. That was my nomad experience here in Cancun. So I am still at the hotel, ready to leave. This is my checkout badge, and I'm gonna do this review about the entire experience of staying in this small hostel. First of all, I'm gonna talk about the pros, which is the price. Price is good. The location of the map is quite on the side of the city, on the edge. If you don't have a car and you use a public transportation, it will be easy for you to get to so-called Cooperativa and get on the beach or Isola Delle Mujeres and so on. So the position is so-so. The area is pretty bad. There is a lot of things that it's like kind of ghetto. It's gray and broken around, so it's nothing like this Cancun that most of the people talk about. That's the two pros basically. So first of all, there is one third pro is that there is quite a few areas like social zones. One is downstairs, which have IC because here is pretty warm. There is like a cafe outside zone, and then is an upstairs like a bar where people are pretty rude, but still exist, and a lot of Americans like to go there and drink, so it was pretty cool. Um, they give you electronic touch, so it's pretty cool as well. Out of it, the room, I have no comments, but I'm just gonna talk about the room. The bed is fine. Cleanliness from 1 to 10, I will give it 3 because there is a bottom sheet on the bed and you cannot change it. You receive only one sheet which you use for cover, and then you receive one towel, which is this one for me. Um, there is like a small sink. You can see the picture here. If it's dark, you cannot see it, but it's pretty dirty. There was no water. The reason that I'm out is 7 o'clock. I should have been out at 6, but there was no water and no way to wash your face or food or anything like that. Also, it seemed like the place was not working and my phone it was not completely charged. That was another reason when I wake up at 5:30 or so that I had to stay to wait for my phone to charge a little bit more. The shower, it's there is a picture. It's the light in the shower. It's not working this morning. It was so clean, nothing super clean. There was no water, so the toilet was also not able to flush. So you can imagine what was happening there. So the room itself, from 1 to 10, I will give it 2 because it was pretty quiet and there was an air conditioning and you could sleep. You had your own tent, so it was not like it was a mixed dorm and there was 3 guys in the room. So I would say nobody bugged me, nobody bothers me. Everybody was pretty quiet and respectful. But each hostel is different. There also was a small light on the top of the bed, which was kind of pretty cool. Out of that, yeah, it was a very like impact me when I saw the room. If I was not so tired, I would have moved to another place, but I was super tired. So what else about this nomad experience? That's about the room and the shower. There is 6 beds, and if it's full, it's 6 people with 1 bedroom and 1 shower. Imagine. Most of the hostels I visit, they would normally have 3 or 4 restrooms and 3 or 4 showers. This is not here, but this is Mexico. Just have in mind that you can end up in, especially if you're in a remote place, you better get content. Out of that, there's pretty much a lot of social space. there is a smoking area right here, and whoever smokes, all the smokes get into the corridor to the non-smoker people, which is funny. Okay, reception. I will give to the reception 1 point. The reception is pretty bored, annoyed, and disinterested basically. So the check-in was pretty smooth. For some reason, smooth isn't it? He said he couldn't find me, and he said he couldn't find the reservation. Like the guy was lazy down there. There was zero willingness to help or be helpful or be useful. And I've been traveling the whole day, so you gotta understand that it was not like the best. He just gave me this badge, and he gave me the sheet and the towel. You could see it in the previous part. And he said, okay, yeah, go ahead, you're on the third floor. He didn't even move from the chair to show me the room, nothing like this. Later on, I discovered they don't have any restrooms, and most of these places here in Mexico, they do, not only, but all over the world. They also serve, most of them have breakfast. There is no breakfast, not even coffee. And he said to me, because it's COVID, by the way, nobody wears masks here in Mexico, at least. And the airport, yes, but in the city, I haven't seen people. When you enter in a restaurant, yeah, that's why I have this, but nothing like that really. So the reception is, just because they exist, I'm gonna give them 2, but it was pretty bad. They don't care. This morning I was wondering for the ATM. He seemed like really disturbed. There is another guy. It's like, I would not repeat this experience, let's call it like that. And I was thinking last year I was in this other hostel, but it was close to downtown. And the reason that I picked this one is because I'm gonna sit in my car and I'm gonna drive to a place called Chimpinea. Anyway, I'm going to Holbox, if you guys know where Holbox is. So overall, the experience, the sleeping was fine. I will tell you, I slept pretty well, even though there was no sheet, no bed. I asked for like a cover, and they said that they don't have. Also, I will add that there is a rooftop. And the bad part about the rooftop is that it's right on the top of you, and there's a lot of music playing in there during the night, and very loud, like in Europe. So it was kind of like a club bar, and it was strong. You could hear the music, but I was real tired, so I slept. So overall, yeah, that's how it's it in hostels. Some hostels are really clean, very friendly. They have activities. They're like a social places where you can meet young people, and some of them are not. And this is not. This is just a simple place where you can crash on a bunk bed overnight. For $12, I will tell you guys, it's still a roof, you know. That in the morning, I was like, oh, let me check once again the rooftop. In the sunrise was 7 a.m. I was like, I want to check it out, and I was very pleasantly surprised of the environment. It was very, very nice. There is a swimming pool. I will put the video after that. Most of the rooftops in Cancun, you could see the view is great, and they have these bars or clubs that are made for Americans specifically. Not only, I think one drink was like more than $10, and I live in Denver, and honestly, this is like a lot of money for a drink. I mean, I can get a bit, like if I take half a liter margarita here, it's $10. But I'm telling you, this is half a liter margarita. You can get a drink for $7, $8, $6. I don't know. It's expensive. And after I went to the rooftop, which you could see right here, let's check the rooftop environment. So it's like very, very typical for Cancun. All the small hostels have these bars, and it's like a small garden, and you could see right behind there, it's like uh, oh, I didn't, that because they were so rude to me that I didn't even see last night that there was another lounge area over here. Oh, And there is a swimming pool. I didn't even know that, which is pretty cool. For $12 to have even a swimming pool is like, wow, isn't that nice? And you can see the city. I should took a selfie right here. Okay, I understand all this bad lamb last night now. All this makes sense to me, right? Hey guys, so as I was supposing, the coffee and all these nice areas, as you see, the rooftop are separate from the hostel. They are two different properties. So there is the coffee, and it's really enjoyable. And in fact, there is an air conditioning here on the common area, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. During the evening, I was able to charge my phone. Gracias. And
Sugar?
ah,
Azúcar?
no sugar. Un bicchiere di acqua, per favor, normal, naturale.
¿Qué?
Acqua.
Botella de agua.
No bottiglia, il vaso.
¿Hielo?
No, non mi gusta il gelo. Se quieres uno vai, pero no mucho. And so, I think I can take this off, guys. Nice. The coffee, it's nice. Let me show it to you. It's pretty good. Not like il caffè the American coffee I don't really like. It's like European coffee, Arabica. Nice. Okay, so as I was saying, as you see all these nice areas, there is an air conditioning. There is also space right behind me to see it, and this is where it's the reception of the nomads. They are different owners. Also, the coffee on the top is different owners. That's why I explained that here it's really clean. The people are really nice, polite, welcoming. Did you see, guys? The person let me use their phone to read the menu, and he was very nice, ready to advise me on whatever. I know I'm being really lazy, but I had to sit and drive. And driving is not so much fun. It's gonna be a long drive for me this morning, but it's all right. I'm gonna survive. But yeah, so the coffee is separate from the rooftop swimming pool and the rooftop bar and the hostel. There are three different owners. And this explains why the hostel is slightly miserable, and this area here and upstairs kind of pull it a little bit up because the the reception on the coffee are not so welcoming. They don't care much. You're just the next number, basically. But yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna hit the road, and I hope you guys enjoy these videos. You saw the rooftop, and I was like, yeah, that's so cool. They have a swimming pool, so if you don't have a lot of money and you just want to chill or be lazy, you can go near the sun, be on near the swimming pool, do whatever. As you see, when I was entering the hotel, there was this coffee, and I was told it was really nice, and I decided to. Normally, in these $12, there is a coffee included. Most of the places used to include it, but now the excuse because of the COVID, they don't give you coffee. So you go to the coffee. I went to the coffee right in front of this uh, hostel, and to order coffee, it was expensive. I think the coffee was 80 pesos, which is about $4. I don't even spend for, I don't remember last time. I like, it's a lot of money. It was expensive for a coffee, and the coffee was okay. Honestly, I was happy to have a coffee. I didn't have it the day before, so I was like, needed it. Most of the Mexican people use Nescafe. The powder one, the chemical one, they put it in the water and they serve it to you. So it's okay for Mexico, but it's terrible coffee if you want to really talking about real coffee. So I went to the coffee and I ordered breakfast. They were pretty polite. Actually, my phone doesn't read the PNR code, so he let me read it from his phone. And I ordered a sandwich. And just so we start with this series of video, what's going on right now in Cancun. I ordered a sandwich that was 120 pesos, something like that, and it was like egg sandwich. You could see what I received on the picture over here. honestly, when the bill come, not only they charge me for the sandwich, for the egg sandwich, which should have been 120 pesos. It's like expensive. It's expensive, really, more expensive than Denver. And we're talking about Cancun, you know, we're in services like, uh, but anyway, it was pretty clean. So this coffee had also Wi-Fi, and they had a lot of these things that you could plug your phone on the ground near the table, which was pretty cool and lovely, and I love it. So they charged me for the coffee, for the sandwich, and they charged me additional money separate for the egg, which shouldn't be, because which mean that you charge me 120 pesos for a slice of bread. Are you crazy? I can buy entire pack of bread here in America. But saying that, let's not be judgmental. I was content. They were kind of nice. I had breakfast. So my entire trip, it was people crazy for money. And I used to enjoy traveling in Mexico, and now this whole trip was crazy for money trip. And you're gonna see in the next videos why was that. But anyway, this was the first experience when they add something, charge me something extra they should have not. That I already paid for it, buying an egg sandwich, you pay for the egg and the sandwich from eggs, right? But they separately charge you, which is very unpleasant. And the whole trip that I had, 99% I had this experience being extra charged. Maybe because during COVID there is less tourists and these people are avid for money. It was not fun, it was unpleasant. But anyway, said that, I get my breakfast, I sit in my car, and I start driving to whole box. Driving. So said that, you're gonna see on my next video how it's like to go to Chinchilla. Chinchilla is the land before you get the boat to go to Holbox. So stay tuned and watch the next video. Thank you for being here, and have a good day. Bye bye.